Light. Yes, I lunch. Sit straight and just relax. Often there is unspelt, undefined stress, anxiety, apprehensions, hurts, guilt. They all lead to high blood pressure and some stiffness of the body. They are unspelled. You're not conscious about it. So, first relax. Relax each limb of the body. Beginning from your feet, fingers, right foot, fingers, feet, ankle. Just relax. Calf muscles, just relax. Knee, just relax. Thigh muscles, just relax. Relax the right leg. Feel the difference. Left is little heavy. Right is relaxed. Start relaxing the left leg. Feet, foot and fingers. Ankle. Calf muscle. Left knee. Thigh muscles. Just relax. Whole left leg. the abdomen relax. Stomach relax. The chest relax. Lower back, back, shoulders, just relax. Right palm, fingers, elbow, shoulder, left palm, elbow, shoulders, just relax. Neck relax. Chin, cheeks, ears, eyes, forehead, the head relax. Relax the entire body. No stress physically. Now let us relax psychologically. Psychologically relaxed mind is meditative mind. You have an appointment with yourself. This is your quality time to be spent with yourself. Just leave aside all businesses of life. Postpone everything for half an hour. Relax in the lap of Ishvara, like your baby relaxing in your lap. Mentally see 5-year-old boy or girl that you were. At the age of 5 or 7, you never dreamed that you will end up in US and San Francisco, having such a house and a family and a job. Unseen hands of Ishvara helped you, guided you. Ishvara has been taking care of me. relax in his lap. Be complete, completely taken care of by him. Just drop all your problems and memories to Ishvara. He has been with you. In hindsight, in the awareness of Ishvara, you feel everything was okay, everything was good. There are certain issues, but by and large, good. It will be good. Just relax. Psychological. He brought me to Vedanta, Moksha Marga, some grace is there. This is meditative person, physically, psychologically relaxed. Just chant japa with this mind. Whatever form of Ishvara you like it, you worship. Om Namah Shivaya. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. I do chanting. I remember God not for any specific result. I just do it expressing my love for Him. Surrender mentally to Ishvara. Offer at His feet all anxiety, apprehensions, worries, tensions. futuristic anxieties. Leave it to him. Om Namah Shivaya. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Jai Shri Ganesha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Just relax psychologically. Past memories may flash. Just leave them. Your hurts and guilts, just leave. This is the appointment with myself. Oh, surrender likes and dislikes. Surrender your insistences and be free, relatively. deep breath and release the breath slowly. Without making noise, take a deep breath. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Slowly take the breath, slowly exhale. Oh, slowly open the eyes. Little faster, but take a deep breath again. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sah Viryan Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bhadram Karneभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। This jiva is always futuristic, or it lives in past. When you meditate, all hurts, past experiences, they pop up like advertisements on YouTube. It gets into projects to do that. When you meditate, you need a person, meditator, who is available there. A relaxed person. You can obtain a state of meditative eye through certain exercise or techniques of relaxing body, observing breath, or you can obtain that by bringing in Ishvara, being aware about the role of Ishvara in your life. Pujya Swamiji used to say, this jiva is always ninja, a fighter all the time, thinking that there is injustice to me. Please take your time. No, this side straight. I can talk like this until this straight. Make it straight. This side. That's it.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Now it's okay. Thank you.
Jiva is ninja. Things I have to fight with the situation and the people and relationships and my ambition and desires and all kinds of things. I have my own plans of my life. But Ishvara had a different plan for me. And if in hindsight you feel it was better, which brought me to what I am today. Of course, for those of you who came, migrated, it is certainly better. Never imagine. Even if you had nth number of difficulties, his plan is better. You never dreamt that you will be stuck with Vedanta. Never. Never knew what is moksha. Look at the grace. We got hooked to Vedanta And that too with the best traditional teacher. There are so many Vedantas going on. As Puja Swamiji would say, Devantas, not Vedantas, Devantas going on. And so many people came in touch with him. We had Shraddha. That invoke crowd, this is grace. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Samstita. That's got it. And you pursued, there are unseen hands. So bringing in Ishvara, you can relax. That relaxed person is a meditative person. Neither futuristic, seeking constant change, nor project manager, planning projects, this to do, that to do, how to do, blah, blah, or nursing all those hurts of the past. So bhakti, it's good to do some japa daily. Helps us to relax. He used to say, relax in the lap of Ishvara. Ishvara, that is order. That order worked for you. Then becomes easy to meditate. When you bring in Ishvara, you can suspend all your hurts, all your complaints, some of unfulfilled dreams, all that gets suspended. And that meditative person can do nididhyasana. In other words, when you suspend, your dehadhyasa is gone momentarily. But it is to deha, jiva, individual. All fast is what with reference to you. So, it's always good to have some prayers, forms of bhakti, puja, japa, some stotra patha, etc. And the meditator, I have been telling, is more important. Should be aware about the role of Ishvara in my life. We just are oblivious of the grace that flows in the life all along. Just take it for granted. So, it helps to meditate. Let's get back to this Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma. See, yesterday we saw this Satyam Gnanam Anantam, they are not adjectives. They are not qualifying, they are defining what is Brahman. Okay? And so therefore it is called Lakshanani, natu Visheshanani. They are not adjectives. They talk of the Swarup. It means Brahman is Satyam, Brahman is Gnanam, Brahman is Anantam. These are all synonym for Brahman. And since they are all synonym for Brahman, they are synonym for each other. Satyam is Gnanam, Gnanam is Anantam. How do you say Satyam? What is Satyam? Look how the thought flow. Trikale yat tishtati tat satyam. Yad vastu yad rupena nishchitam tad vastu tad rupena na vyabhicharati tat satyam. That was a definition. Yad rupena yat nishchitam tad rupam tat tad rupam na vyabhicharati tat satyam. That Vastu doesn't give up, remains same as it is now. In the past also, and the future also, you know Satyam. Now, that is okay. This is Satyam. We know this. What was same yesterday, today, and will be tomorrow. But what it is, see, this is all more in a sense of negation. And yadrupena yat nishchitam tat tadrupam vebhicharati tad anrutam. These are very loaded sentences. Yadrupena yat nishchitam, that vastu that is determined to be this, tad vebhicharati. If it changes, then it becomes what? Anrutam. It doesn't change. In other words, changeless thing is Satyam. Changing thing is called Anrutam. That which modifies is Anrutam. Okay, clear. Then what? Then you look around. Entire creation is changing. Even while I am talking, this is changing. Bhartrihari very nicely says in Vairagya Shatakam, look at this Maya. The fellow looks at the mirror daily and thinks I am the same. But every day, this Kala is eating away, chunk of it, like roti eats away. Kala eats away your prarabdha. It's a typical Indian expression. You know, when they meet children, after some time, some friends or relatives, and they say, "Le, बिटिया कितनी बड़ी हो गई?" The daughter has grown so big, or son, whatever. बच्चे बड़े हो गए. This is Maya. લે આ તો કેટલા મોટા થઈ ગયા. અને પાછા દેશી ગુજરાતી કે છોકરીને ઉકરડા બધા વાર લાગે છે. ગામડાનું આવું saying છે. It's okay, that's okay, you live it. Not a good saying, but that's how they say old ladies. એ મોટી થઈ ગઈ, મોટો થઈ ગયો બાબો. યુ કરડો થયો કેમ નથી દેખાતો? The child has grown, but why don't you see, I am also growing old. Changing. Everything is changing. Correct? The meaning of that it is, listen, this is for our understanding. That means whole world is changing. So Brahman is not an object in a world. Cannot. Anything that you see, anything that you hear, anything that you smell, anything that you experience cannot be Brahman. It is not Satyam. Everything is changing. So, don't look for Brahman as an object. It is not an object like there are so many things, then this is Brahman. There is a mobile, there is a book, there is a table, there is a bottle, there is a tumbler, there is a flask, there is a mic, and this is Brahman. No, it cannot be. What changes and what doesn't change? Two things. Anything that is born is changing. Born at time T1, that means from a previous state to new state. Modification. Anything coming into existence at a given time, at a given place, object 1, O1 at a time T1 at a place P1 is change. Now, that it is born, that which has come into existence, has to be there before. A non-existence cannot create an existence. Abhavat bhavaha na jayate. It was. What is born, anything created has to be there in a different form. Let us say this book will come into existence. But the book has to be there before. In other words, some material has to be there for a book to be created. To create this Upavastra, something has to be there. You cannot create something out of nothing. Only something comes out of something. That which was, that is, only becomes is in a different form. Like our roti. Roti is created, but there has to be some wheat. It was in a form of wheat. Now it is in a form of roti. So actually what is born? Only name and form. Vastu is always there. The steel chair. There was a steel. And steel was there in the form of Mother Earth. Something has to be there. That which is the basic existence. Ultimately you can reduce the entire creation which is born is what? Nam Rupatmakam. Anything that is created has to be there before. Nasato vidyate satah. Na abhavo vidyate satah. You cannot reduce existence to non-existence. And cannot have existence out of non-existence. Modern physics accept this. It comes to our help. This formally physics said it is all atoms and protons. Now they have come to the conclusion it is what? Energy. Anything you reduce can be converted into energy. In this atoms and protons and molecules, this is this energy in this form. Now it's only conversion of energy from one form to another form. That which is indestructible. So existence cannot be reduced to non-existence, and non-existence cannot be brought into existence. That means existence is that it was, is. Little more about it. I'll come to this just for understanding. If you understand this, whatever is, was also is. Correct? They say, Swamiji, do you believe in astrology? Do you believe in rebirth? They also say Hindus believe in rebirth. It's not belief. If I ask you, are you is or is not? What will you say? Is. To say is not also you should be is. I am not. To say I am not, you have to say I am here. Like small children, 2-year, 3-year-old children, howkly, they hide themselves. And you come from outside and they hide and you don't look at them. Look, find me, I am hidden. That wants attention, to frighten the dad or uncle, who's ever. I have one student in Baroda. His granddaughter, 7-8 years, always expects me to be frightened. Okay? I have to show bhayam. Though I don't have. Sometimes you come there and you're busy and you, Swamiji, look for me. He says right there. So to say that I am not, I should be there. The fact that you are there in this form, that means you were there in other form. What brought you to this form? Like to a vastu, an object. Let's say wood. I burn it. Then it gets converted, that form, that vastu, is not destroyed. That form is destroyed. Wood, so-called wood, is either in the form ashes or gases. It is there. The transformation happens in a different form as per the law of physics, order of physics. A plant, as per the law of botany. Some chemical, as per the law of chemistry. You, order of karma. Law of karma and karma. So we don't believe in astrology. Astrology is more so if you have Shraddha. And this is Shraddha. Whatever our rishis have said has to be truth. If I don't see truth, it is my problem, not that they are wrong. They must be right. I have to discover the truth of their statements. They can never be wrong. हिंदी में जैसे मुझे गलत लगता है तो मेरी सोच गलत है, नहीं कि ऋषि गलत. My thinking is improper, not they are improper. That is Shraddha, and you work to discover that. The truth of the statements. Coming back to this, again, this modern physics they teach in India in the schools, 5th grade or 7th grade or something. 5 cycles, oxygen cycle, nitrogen cycle, carbon dioxide cycle, water cycle. And they say, quantity of the water is same today, which was there at the time of beginning. Potable and non-potable, that's all changes. In the earth or in the bodies, that's all changes. But same, you cannot destroy. Similarly, the whole Jagat, which is Vikari, is Anrutam. But then it has to be there in different form. It was there. And when you say Pralaya, no form. What is a form? Absolute form, absolute existence called Sat. Therefore, Shruti Vakya is there. Sadeva Saumya Idamagra Asi. There was only Sat, only existence. Like that Puja Swamiji's example, 100,000 ornaments. From 1 ton gold. So you see 100,000 existences, chains and bangles and earrings and nose rings and all kinds of things. What was there before? You know the story. Only 1 gold. So the absolute existence behind all this is Sad Brahma. As I said yesterday, we just saw what is created is only Nama Rupa. Forms are created. Existence in a different form, like existence in the form of water is called ice. Different form. You give a different name. The same water in different form and name, you call it vapor. Then it is called cloud, whatever it is. So what is born is nama and rupa. Vacharambanam vikaro namadeya. So whole creation is anrutam. But any anrutam has to exist on something satyam. You cannot have a chain without gold or silver, any metal. Has to have some substratum. Upadana. What is the upadanam of entire creation? You can reduce to Pancha Mahabhutas. But they also are because of Sat Brahma. So Sat Brahma is a cause of the creation. Okay? So Satyam Brahma, when you say, iti vikarat nivartayati. Brahman is free from any modification. Since it is free from any changes and modification, it is the cause. Ataha karanatvam praptam brahmanaha. Okay? So what is the Brahman? Is the cause of creation. By the word Sad Brahma, it is indicated it is a karanam. By the word Sad Brahma, it is indicated that it is free from names and forms. By saying Sad Brahma, it is indicated that it is free from any kind of modification. Avikari. Nirgunam Brahman. And it is Karanam. Moment you say cause, different. See, this is how negation. You have the job of a Shruti and a teacher is to negate so-called misconceptions and then bring it to Vastu, to indicate that, Lakshyarthi. By Sat Brahma, it is negated, it is not one of the things to be experienced. In meditation, I had experience of Brahman. That means it is not Brahman. It cannot be. Because that Kenopanishad mantra, Shrotrasya Shrotram, Vachoha Vacham, Manaso Mano Yat. It is na tatra vag gacchati, na chakshur gacchati, na mano, na vidmo, na vijani, ityadi mantras, the same thing. It is not a vastu. Satya, generally, this you should know. One more thing. Please understand. You might have heard this, but I am clarifying this. Maya is not a vastu. Mobile car, oh, this is Maya. It's not there. And this Kathakara and some stories, women is Maya, they call it, Then he becomes Mayo, Strilinga and Pullinga. Strilinga and Pullinga. There is a very good old story they keep telling. This is a problem. Sometimes I become speechless with some kathas and vyakhyas. They create confusion in the society. Naradji, you might have heard. You generally don't listen because you are in the West. In India, you have to listen. by default, there are some more than half a dozen religious channels. And as Swamiji would say, you open, some dadi will be there talking, some beard. Anybody goes and talks all kinds of things. And being a Swami, you have to listen, especially. There is a value for them. And they have to invite Mahatmas for Katha. So I get all those invitations. As long as you don't know. See, Gita ji says, Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukhadaha agama paino anityaha tam titikshasva bharat. Yam hina vyathyantet. The one who has a titiksha. So amrutatvaya kalpate. He is fit for moksha. I have a lot of prediction. I have to listen all this. I go there and they will insist that you sit for one session and they keep blabbering and you have to develop Sakshi Bhava. Because every sentence is Purva Paksha. No, no, no. More so, I had read Bhagavatam and Mahabharata, Ramayana. That creates more. It is not there. This is your Bhagavat, not Vyasji's Bhagavat. All kind of, when I have read some tikas also. So, when I heard all this, especially that Ramanand Sagar, Ramayana and all stories, I saw those days we didn't have TV. One of the students had it and they insisted Swamiji come and see. And I saw some episode. I said, this cannot be Ramayana. My rationale, there's a problem. My Swami Dayanand Shishya came out, couldn't gulp those things. And I read the whole thing and with Tika Tippanis and said, let me do Katha. So I had done Bhagavad Katha. But then I can't do that. Nanda Gera, Nanda Bhayo. all utsavas, every pasanga, and then you have to Ram Vivaha and Rukmani Vivaha. That doesn't work with me, my personality. So I gave up, because people want that. So, and of course, then then some of them still want, but I don't have time, unfortunately. They said, no, we want to hear original Bhagavad. So when I did thrice or four times I told my host that I don't want a dakshina. You buy 200 Bhagavad. Available, 400, 500 rupees, something, Gita Press, Hindi. In India, people understand Hindi. I said, it's compulsory for every Shrota to sit with Bhagavad. That's a base seva. And when I used to say, I used to make them see the verse. Look, this is written on this page. Also, I used to prepare that way. What shloka, what chapter, what canto, and what page number. And that too, there are 2-3 editions. I may have the old edition, so I have to write down. My page is this, your page is this and that. And that is the original Bhagavad. Not what they talk in this katha. Anyway, classic katha is Naradji told Krishna, Oh Bhagavan, I want to see your Maya. Bhagavan said, Narad, Revadan. Narad, don't bother for this, not worth. No, I want. And more Bhagavan said no to him. Narada was insisting. Bhagavan said, let's see. And said, Narada, I am thirsty. Fetch me some water. Is Bhagavan getting thirsty? It's okay, this is all katha. He can't be thirsty. Ajopi san avyatma, where is the thirst in it? This all Puropaksha comes when I listen, So Narada went to fetch water, and while he was filling up the pot, and he saw a beautiful woman, and fell in love, and had children and grandchildren and all that. And suddenly the floods came, and Narada was drowning and shouted, Narayana! And Krishna said, Narada, what's happened? Give me water. Oh, Narada came out. That's a story. And the Tatparya is, therefore, woman is Maya. Keep away. There is a whole sampradaya. I don't want to name. They don't look at women. I'm sure after 25 years, new sampradaya will come. They will not look at men. Some powerful women will keep away. Those fellows, they are mayos. Simple. There is nothing in her or him. It is here. Your way of looking. And Maya is not an object. There is nothing like so many things, this is Maya. No. Maya is an ontological word. What is ontology? It is a branch of physics which defines or deals with the reality of the vastu particular. So Maya is revelation about the reality of that vastu. So also Satyam is telling you what is real. There is no Brahman that is Satyam sitting there or sitting somewhere up. No. It is cognitive. You have to understand this is Satyam. And what you are dealing with is Andrutam. Simple. Like game of business, that Vyapara, Charni Road, electricity company, the house and all that. So they are notes and money is Mithya, Andrutam. Satyam is different. It's cognitive. Though you say it is all Mithya. What is Mithya? There is no Vastu Mithya. Remember this sentence. People say, Pura Jagat Mithya hai. Whole world is Mithya. No. The reality of the world is Mithya to be understood. World is world, whatever it is. They say it is Mithya, this body is Mithya, and the one who says is also Mithya. Jagat Mithya, you are part of Jagat. Mithya telling that everything is Mithya. This is a problem. Should say, I am Mithya. That's a better way of saying. So, Sab Maya hai. No, the reality of Sab, reality of everything is Maya. The reality of everything is Anrutam. Everything is Anrutam. That's reality. And what is the substratum? What is the essence of this Anrutam? That is called Satyam. And that can be called as Brahman, since it's limitless. Grammatically we saw. So Satyam also is what? Ontological word. Talking about the reality of myself. As I said yesterday, what you cannot negate, what always is I. Am always is. So that is Satyam. Now that he explains that Satyam is what? Karanam. We saw this. Why it is Karanam? We explained you earlier. Now, since it is Karanam, what type of Karanam? It can be Upadana Karanam, like the example of gold and ornaments. 100,000 ornaments. Satyam is what? Gold. That which doesn't change. What changes is, what is name and form is ornament. Gold doesn't change. Was gold, is gold, and will be gold. So gold is Satyam with reference to ornament. That means Upadana Karanam is Satyam. Which was, which is, and which will be. Or Sahakari Karanam, the supporting reasons. Like clay in a pot. Clay is a material cause, but that will, the stick, etc. are secondary karanani. So what is Brahman? Which type of karanam? And moment you say upadana karanam, that means material cause, generally we see material as inert. Has to be what? Inert. Therefore, when this Vakya was said, Ataha Karanatvam Brahmanaha Praptam. Therefore, that Satyam Brahma is Karanam. Okay. Now, when you say it is Karanam, Moment you say Karanatvam, then what is the problem? The problem is this. So we look at the page 11 in the second paragraph. Ataha Karanatvam Praptam Brahmanah. By saying the word Satyam Brahma, what is negated? That Brahman is one of the Vastu. What you can objectify. It is the cause of creation. That is okay. Now, Karanasya cha Karakatvam Vastutvat Mridvat Achidrupta cha Prapta. Moment you say it is Karanam, cause, then Karakatvam means the cause always requires some accessories or supportive cause to modify itself as like this. Like gold, an ornament. At least you require heat. You require some instrument to hold the gold and give it the shape. So Karana, etc. are required. If Brahman is Sad Brahma, Karanam, then Sahakari Karanani has to be there. And if Sahakari Karanani are there, that means it is not Advitiyam, something else is also there. Moreover, he says, Achidrupta cha Prapta. Moreover, it gets the status of being inert, not conscious. Material cause is something which is inert. When you say cause, then the question comes, is Brahma inert? Does Brahman has something else than Brahman? Sahakari Karanani. And you only said, these are all Lakshanani, Advitiyasya. So therefore, a new word is used, Gnanam Brahma. Okay? Why Shruti says Satyam Gnanam Anand? To negate the limitations. Listen this, to negate the known meaning. The known meaning of Sat is, ever existing. No, it is Karana. See, when we say the ever existing, always there, that means we are again defining it in time. It is the cause of time, because of which time comes into existence. Therefore, they use the word beyond time. But that beyond time makes you mystic. So, Karanatvam is important. So, this word, moment you say Karana, see, by using the word Sad Brahma, you think it is one of the things that is. Whatever is not, is something more than that. Is a cause of it. Moment you say cause, then the known meaning is it has to be inert and it has to have some Sahakarika. So to knock off the Vachyartha means known meaning, and to lead to Lakshyartha, unknown meanings, implied meaning. The new word is used what? Gnanam Brahma. Yat Satyam Brahma, Tat Gnanam Brahma. Okay? Therefore, the Vakya we read yesterday, look at this last line, 11th page. Gnanam Gnaptihi Avabodhaha Bhavasadhanaha Gnana Shabdaha Brahma Visheshanatvat Satyanantabhyam Saha. Okay, again, can you read this? Gnanam Gnaptihi Avabodhaha Bhavasadhanaha Gnana Shabdaha Brahma Visheshanatvad Satyanantabhyam Saha. So this word Gnanam can be used in different meaning. The meaning of the word Gnanam can be 3, 4. What are they? We'll see. But here teacher clarifies, Gnanam means Gnaptihi, means knowledge as such. The root meaning, the verb meaning of the Gnanam. Bhava sadhanaha Gnana Shabdaha. Okay? It's an absolute meaning. Why? Because here you have to see the context. Gnana Shabda is used as a lakshana for Brahman, and it is used along with Satya and Ananta. Context is very important. As I said, I told you other day, this yogi Shabda is used in different meanings in different contexts. In the 6th chapter, earlier Bhagavan says a person who has empathy is also yogi. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati arjuna. He sees others' dukkha's as mine, who can be happy at others' happiness and who can feel others' unhappiness. So yogi paramo mata. Later, he says, earlier also yoga yukto, etc., yoga rudha, there is a different meaning in the beginning of the 6th chapter. Yoga rudha stadochyate, etc. Later he says, generally yoga means, we say yoga comes from yuj, to nirodha, and yojana, to joining, to control or master and to join. Bhagavan gives different meaning. Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyoga yoga sangha. Joining is not yoga, viyoga is yoga. Separation is called yoga. Separation from what? Dukkha sanyogasya viyoga. Bhagavan says everybody is born yogi. And to become viyogi is a param yogi. What kind of yogi? Dehatma buddhivan yogi. Always united with body-mind complex. By birth you are yogis. Joined with it. And in a Vyavaharik world, what is the joining? Always joined with dukkha. Swamiji, you don't know, but that's it. I am Mahadukhi. That is a joining. The status of I being Mahadukhi is because of joining I sense, tadatmya, with physio-psycho complex, upadhi. So Bhagavan says, like this detoxing, you have to do pancha karma. Nowadays they are doing. You have to do pancha kosha viveka. That viyoga from this, separation from this identification is yoga. Later he uses another meaning. Seeing the self in everywhere. Sarva bhutastam atmanam sarva bhutani chatmani. He says the self in all beings and all beings in himself. Sarva bhutastam atmanam sarva bhutani chatmani ikshate. He sees what? Yoga yukta atma. One who is endowed with yoga. He sees that self. Sarvatra sama darshana. Sama darshanam is called yoga. And Arjuna uses the word yoga brashta. Kaschinno bhaya brashta chinna brahmiva nasyati. Context is important. Our Baba Ramdev keeps calling Tasmad Yogi Bhavarjuna. Bhagavan has said. But he doesn't say asana pranayama. He doesn't say for diabetes do this yoga, for heart you do this yoga. He has converted yoga into curative medicine, alternative therapy. This new perception has created. Yoga is for moksha. Tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. Patanjali says. Atha yoga anushasanam. Now I shall unfold what is yoga. I shall teach yoga. What then second sutra is, very first is this, second is what is yoga? Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. The chitta vritti nam nirodha is yoga. Why should I do yoga? Tada drashtuhu swarupe avastha. Yoga is for swarupa sthiti, abiding in yourself. He doesn't say, tada diabetes freedom. Tada backless pain. Tada thyroid problem solution. This is not yoga. He doesn't say that, Patanjali. When you have yoga, you will have less problems physically. Yes. This is modern yoga. Anyway, context is important. Yoga word, just as in Gita. Why I quoted Gita? Because you know this 6th chapter. Similarly here, Bhashyakara says, the word Satyam or a word Gnanam is used along with Satyam and Anantam. So the meaning of the word Gnanam we have to take is as root meaning. Means what? Big Gnanam, basic Gnanam. Okay? The knowledge as such. Or I can say the very knowing principle. Again, this is my word. The knowing principle is Jnana. We'll see that in the evening. Okay? I have to take some questions. I was told that I have to finish some in the morning. So I'll take up. Om Chala. Let me start. Whatever I can. Namaste Swamiji, can you please explain free will and prarabdha? What does Krishna Bhagavan mean when he says in Gita, karmanyevadhikaraste, and then guna guneshu vartante. Just look at this way. Your question. I would answer it little differently. There is no prarabdha. Please listen carefully. It is only free will. Why? Past free will, used free will in the past, its manifestation today, we call it prarabdha. That's it. Your use of free will, you are endowed with free will. So what you did in the past, that manifestation, means result today, is your prarabdha. But again, since being a human, you have free will. So life is a play between past free will and present free will. That's all. The only thing is, why this question occurs often and everywhere. Because you don't know what is past free will. You may know the present prarabdha or a present free will. But what impacted this, you just don't know. This, again, another thing is, Another, what causes confusion and problem is the prarabdha manifests in two ways. In terms of situation, outside world, and in terms of your attitudes, in terms of your background, and if I use a modern word, in terms of your unconscious, your psychological disposition also is prarabdha. Like even when a jiva is born in the body of tiger, suppose. So prarabdha manifests as this tiger, but the mindset also will be of tiger. He cannot be cow. Garib guy. He cannot have garib wag. It's always ferocious. Lion is lion. That tendency, that mindset will be of tiger only. We hear in the stories, there was a vegetarian lion, but it cannot be. A lion will never think to be vegetarian. And even they import this cow nowadays here also, A2 milk is going on, and I was told that somebody has a farm here. They are giving Gir cow milk. By the way, I have done a lot of research and work on it, okay? It's a perfect ahara. Gomata's milk is needed, and the milk that you have of the Jersey cow is very harmful for you. There is a book called, a New Zealand scientist wrote a book. It's available on Amazon. The Devil in the Milk, I think. Please read that. He has proven scientific. He stirred the whole parliament, even if he was non-parliament. New Zealand had to take, though it's a dairy product exporting country, had to take some harsh decision. That's what we feel. Most of these diseases today, though we have not been able to prove it, there's a long thing scientifically, but there are enough statistical evidences. Like cancer, it has not been proved that tobacco leads to cancer. But most of the cases are tobacco borne. Similarly, this Jersey milk is responsible for Alzheimer's and heart issues from birth and cancers. It's so common. The Jersey milk and fertilizers, pesticides, chemicals. The classic is Punjab. The whole Punjab is destroyed. In the name of Green Revolution, government encouraged maximum crop, use from fertilizers and pesticides, and they gave free and subsidy and all that. There is a place called Batinda. You must have heard the name. Very famous place in Punjab. There is one express, Batinda Express. It is called Cancer Express. Every day there is a place. You can see that in YouTube. It is called Cancer Express. Sardars are very entrepreneur. They very enthusiastic to do. They jump in. So they jump for this. And it has caused a lot of problems. Even women, fertility issues are there. It was told by none other than this Jathedar of Golden Temple. I was there with him in Israel for a week. He just unfortunately passed away in the COVID. Baba Jogendra Singh. And SGPC only lady member, Kiran Jot, she also told me the same thing. Anyway, so we have farms. Let's come back to Prarabdha. So these cow farms are there. You bring Indian cow here. Fortunately, they don't roam. Homeless people roam, but cows are not allowed. That is America. So they roam around. A typical scenario, of course, now not, but I have seen. After last 10 years, it is almost gone. An Indian mother, when a child is living for studies in US, cries and asks for only three things. Beta, chato pani na kar. Don't drink. First. Second, don't eat. And don't bring Gori madam. Don't marry. Don't bring an English woman as a daughter-in-law. I want you to marry. That's mothers. But cows, don't tell the cows, hey honey, you're going to America, don't eat meat. It has a tendency not to eat. As Swamiji would say, if it finds an hamburger on the street, it will eat top and bottom. Middle it will leave for the men. Means bread, vegetarian. Where I live in Gujarat, we have Asiatic lions. So only Africa and India has it. Very graceful. And that part is a basiton for our kesar mangoes. It's nectar. This is a season when most of the gujus are like Sarvam Brahmamayam, Sarvam Mangomayam. Breakfast mango, lunch mango, dinner mango, they eat. So delicious. But lion has a prakriti, prarabdha. It lives right in that mango orchard, comes around, but never tastes mango. Never. So that's a prarabdha is in the form of prakriti as well. That is what you said, guna guneshu vartante. This guna. Guna means composition. Composition of the mind in the form of sattva, rajas, tamas we call gunas. And that composition brings about disposition. Sattvat sanjayate gnanam, rajo ragatmakam vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam, etc. Shlokas are there. Rajoguna will bring kama, krodha, ambition. That's a disposition. Composition is rajas. If it is sattva, gnanam, tapas, introvertedness, self-satisfaction, that's a disposition. Then alas, nidra, pramada, that disposition is out of tamas. That's a composition. So antakaranam is composed, or your unconscious is composed of these three gunas. That's prarabdha. Now, this is you should understand. In between this expression of composition in the form of disposition and action, there is a disposition coming in the form of thoughts and desires and ambition. Listen this carefully. The prarabdha manifests in terms of situation and in terms of disposition. Correct? And disposition in the form of desire. That desire gets converted into action. That is a rule for animals. There is nothing in between. The disposition has to go into action. So lion feels like eating, kill. Cow feels like grazing, graze. That our story of jackal and donkey, Donkey felt like singing, it has to sing. In human, between the transformation of the disposition into action and expression at the mind level of gunas in the form of desires, there is free will. Bhagavan has given. Unfortunately, you don't know how strong is gunas and their disposition. What is Purushartha? Purushartha is only this. You have to educate your free will about what is right and wrong, and you have to make it strong. What is strong enough to overpower gunas? If they don't want to do, make them do. If they want to do, stop them from doing. That is the role of free will. Then again, free will decides how to do, how much to do. That Karmendriya also has free will. But before converting Gnanam into karma, there is a free will. That is why we say Dharma Artha Kama. Shastra teaches what is the proper way use of free will and what is improper use of free will. Understand this? You have to think, is it proper or improper? Before letting the disposition into action. Secondly, this is understand the role of culture. It's so profound. When I see people not understanding, they are missing the not only gold mine, diamond mines. I told two things. Human being has to educate free will about what is right and wrong, proper and improper, make strong enough to master the disposition and make to know and strong. Two things. Knowledgeable, what is right and wrong. But you have knowledge, but you have no control. So will has to be strengthened. That is done by tapas and duty. There is always a conflict. There is always a Mahabharata between what is to be done and what I feel like doing. Right from childhood. You feel like eating chocolate, mom says no. You feel like eating ice cream, mom says no, because you should not eat. You don't like doing, mom says you should do. That is from childhood. Every child wants to play. Mom says study, finish homework. When you grow up also, there is always this more going on. I feel like doing, and my wisdom says, no, should I not do? Or should I do? Conflict. Will should be made strong enough. How you make it? Therefore, from childhood we are told you should do your duty. Kartavya. When you keep doing kartavya, you strengthen your free will. When you study from a guru, you listen to parents, your free will gets educated about what is right and wrong. But that wisdom has to be percolated in action. Then wisdom has to prevail upon prarabdha, sometimes guna manifestation. Therefore, to make strong, and to make it strong, we have kartavya. Whole Hindu culture is kartavya pradhan, duty based. We were forced to do childhood. We don't like, but we never had these options like American mother. Swamiji had an example of that coffee, but I have better. In American mother will say to the baby, honey, they have to call honey. Will you take milk? The 3-year-old honey will say, yeah. Should I give you there or will you take here? I'll come there. Will you have hot or cold? I think hot. Too hot or warm? Warm. With Bonvita or without? With Bonvita. No, not Bonvita. I want that Protein X or some other brand. Will you have in your cup or daddy's cup? Dad's cup. Will you sit in your chair or dad's chair? All kinds of, because she wants to induce him to drink, Dad's chair. Okay. Should I add little more sugar or not? All options. Dudh pila. That was me. Mom would say the milk is here, drink. That's all over. No, I don't. Why you don't? Over. I say, I want little hot. No, this is what you have to drink. Finish. You say, no, I want today Bonvita. No Bonvita. Take this. This is haldi. This is turmeric. You need this. COVID is there. Drink. Finish. Duty. Duty. What is to be done? I learned this is what I have to do. Without education, baby doesn't know what is good or bad for him. Honey, milk drink or not. Chanman pila na. Chanuman ne chani mani pila. It is too much, and I don't want to go into that story. Culture made you commit to what is right, what is your duty. Like father say, bring me water. Bring water. No, I haven't had. What? No, I'm going over. It may look that infringing on freedom, but it is strengthening the freedom. Duty based. Secondly, tapas. Whole Hindu society, Indian culture is tapas based. Therefore, in Gita, Bhagavan said, Yagno Danam Tapaschaiva. Karyam Natyajya. Brahmacharya tapas, Gurukul Vasa. Vanaprastha sannyasa is also tapas. And Grihastha is more tapas. To live with mother-in-law and modern daughter-in-laws. Nowhere in the world you'll find Grihasthas doing tapas. Hindu Grihastha will say, Aaj Ekadashi hai. Today is Ekadashi. This is Chaturmasyam. I am doing this Padayatra, etc. Though you don't have Yatra Sthanam in America, you don't go to Pavagadh and Vaishno Devis. There are no Devis, When I went to Niagara first time, about 20 plus years ago, I was just awestruck. It just came out. I started chanting Rudram, that Ishvara, Sarvashaktiman is so vivid. I was in that, let's make it mystic, divine mood. I was within the awareness of Ishvara. Seeing Ishvara, Ishavasya. When I turned back, I saw all casinos and bars. I was so disappointed. I said, had this been in India, there would have been a temple of Niagara Mata. Because tapas, then people would have come to Niagara walking, yatra. Tapas. Tapas is strengthen the free will. My will prevails. When you fast, it is will prevailing. Modern tapas is dieting. But it doesn't become tapas. It is a discipline, is a tapas only when you involve Ishvara. But dieting is not upvasa. So, the will should be enlightened, means educated and strong. That is a role of prarabdha and purushartha. And let me give a modern example. They are like Tom and Jerry. Who wins, you don't know. Sometimes Jerry wins, sometimes torment. So you don't know whether it is a will-based action or prarabdha-based action. Therefore, this confusion comes. But listen this. Having done, Hindu will always say, it is my prarabdha. Therefore, I thought this way. Then hardly it is my free will. Why? Even if they get some labha, some gain, money, my prarabdha, then better Ishwar Krupa. Some loss, my less prarabdha, I have to lose. When you bring in prarabdha, there is not hurt and guilt and that feeling, why me? I am useless, I should not do that, blah, blah, will not come. It gets resolved, reaction. Therefore, often we brand it to prarabdha. It is subjective. You don't know it is prarabdha or purushartha. Because the line is so thin, you don't know. So, sometimes both the sentences are true. Some people say, you can get what you want. And sometimes say, you can't get what you want. What is destiny, you will get it. You don't know which is powerful. Okay? Oh, we'll see in the evening now. It's already 10:40. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Just 2 minutes to explain the role of free will in between. I said two things. Free will should be educated. Taught what is proper, what is improper, and made strong enough to go by proper, correct? There is a Ramayana story. Sitaji seeing the deer and calls Rama, hey Rama, come, what a deer. Beautiful, look at the gait and the color and the eyes and the legs and the skin and blah, blah, blah. I really should have it, don't you think so? Rama knew, if I say no, she will say, you are always like that. You don't want to give anything to me. The typical wife will come out. You don't love me. So he called Lakshmana. There is a sentence. This is how they teach, through the shoulders of character. Lakshmana says, that is an educated will. When that desire, unconscious is powerful, sometimes will gets clouded. You don't think. Less clouding, there is conflict. No clouding, clarity. No, that is Yudhishthira. Totally clouded, that is Duryodhana. In between is Arjuna. So all of us are Arjunas. Conflict. Nahi prapashyami. I don't know which is better. Yadva jayama jayayuhu. Whether I win or they win. That's all problem. So, the Lakshmana tells, this is the role of the free will. It is nice. It would have been excellent to have this deer. Even the skin of the deer, if we can't have it in live. If have it in live, it is a pet in our palace. So it's a rare thing, only rare breed we will have, etc. But during our study, none of our teacher told that such deer exist. None of our teachers mentioned even that there is such deer. Nor our elders mentioned there is such deer. Because it was Lakshmana, not modern student. Our teacher didn't know. They don't know. Out of syllabus, blah, blah, blah. No. Therefore, I strongly feel there is no real deer like this. Educated free will. Goes on to say, Maricham manye enam mrugam. I think this is Maricham. That's things to be done. Educate the free will and make it strong enough to counter the prarabdha or prakriti. Namaste.